think DTech has set really high expectations for me for how I expect a workplace to be. Because it's like, you expect that they know what their mission is. Like, it's not just that they think that you are the candidate for the position. Like, you have to think that you're the candidate for the position too. So I expect that there's a workplace that already embodies all of like the core values and like all of my same core values. Like, I value like passion and creativity and innovation. Like, I think those are like the three biggest things that I would look for in a workplace. And so I think that I owe that all to DTech. Like, that's really important to me. And I think that before I got to DTech, I just expected like just a workplace where everybody like knows things. Not really like they're good at communication. They're leaders, just like they know things. And DTech has really like shaped my perspective on that. Like, it's totally different now because I expect that the company is going to give as much to me as I will want to give to them.
Gender parity, a place of honor and respect the diversity that we bring to the table, regardless of whether it's intergenerational, ethnic, racial, gender, disability. I mean, everything that we associate, diversity of thought, those kinds of things, that there's going to be more of a space and a forum to be able to have those conversations and actually truly listen to that and have an impact and change because they're listening to that.
So my expectations as far as how the work will change in the workforce and how work is done is, like we brought up before in a lot of the different discussions, is the fact that artificial intelligence and all these automated things will kind of take over the small tasks that we have to do in work-life settings. Mm-hmm. So, you know, things like photocopying and emailing and sending things like that, I think those will all be taken over and make more room for higher thinking and more problem solving, which hopefully will translate into our different lives for, you know, years.
Generational standpoint, I think a lot of people put a lot of weight on the different ages, and I don't believe that that's necessarily what's driving the ways that people are thinking. We did an activity at GM and we actually interviewed all different kinds of people, from new hires who are straight out of college, so millennials, to Xers, to boomers, even some traditionalists, and we asked all the same questions. And then we had all of the different employees come into a room and we started saying, okay, here's the different statements that we heard. Like, these are the answers. So we asked, like, what's your favorite food? What do you consider important in work? How do you consider yourself a leader? Those types of things. And we had them stand up if they thought it was a millennial. We had them sit down if they thought it was a boomer, or they would go back and forth. And what we realized is nobody knew what anybody else said because it was completely intermittent.
Year-olds to 96-year-olds are telling us is that there are things that they're expecting in the workplace that they're not getting now. And interesting. The second thing is, and I think we heard this today, not from Paige, but from Adeline, one of Paige's counterparts from the DTech school in California, and she summarized it in 3 words. What she's looking for in the future workforce is some combination of passion, creativity, and innovation. I think what I'm hearing people are asking for is a level of integration between their work and their lives that is much higher than it is today. The notion that you have a work life and a personal life and a learning life, I think, is an outmoded.
Honestly, I think it's almost impossible for us to imagine 5 years from now. If I think back 3 or 4 years previously, it would be almost impossible to predict some of the technology and the impact and the societal consequences. For me personally, I think one of the things that we're going to see around us is the climate impact.
Their expectations, they already proved to them, to all of us, that they are very, very, very capable. And, you know, in the beginning I thought, wow, you know, they're wise beyond their years. And then I stopped myself and I said, no, they're not. It's just that my expectation of what they would be at their years is miscalibrated. And they reinforced this point several times. They said, trust the millennials. This is how we are. We're capable of doing things. And so I stopped myself in my head and I said, no, wait a minute. I need to reset my expectations. It's not that they're unique beyond my expectations. My expectations are simply wrong. Simply wrong. Simply wrong.